Welcome back to Beyond Legacy. Thank you for joining us. I'm John Treese Wells.
And I'm Erica Fernandez.
And I am so glad that you are joining us on the conversation of just legacy, all things legacy, all things life, all things experiences.
Thought-provoking.
All things.
Yes.
We are here just excited to, have this conversation. And if you are just now joining us, go back. This is episode 9. Episode 9 of season 1. So if you are just joining us, go back, look at some of the other episodes, join in on the conversation, comment below if you got some experiences that you want to share with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification buttons. We just want you guys to become a part of our community. And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Right? Yay.
We made it.
Made it
year
through.
2023. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
2023.
That's what it
year
is.
2023. We made it. 2022 has been a challenging year. It has been a year of ups and downs, which I know a lot of you guys have experienced some ups and downs. But we're in a new year. We are ready. We're ready for the new year. I don't know about you, Erica, but I always love thinking about the new year and all of the anticipation of what the new year is going to bring. And I like to go into the new year optimistically because it is something that I would hope to have just joy in the new year, right?
Do you look at it like a new start for the new year, or what is really the new year really about?
I think
is it really starting, putting the things out. Okay, that year is done and over. Is it a new start, or should it be a continuation?
Well, I think it kind of, for me, depends on how the previous year ended. I think,
Right.
I think it's situational. We started this podcast,
right,
last year, and I hope that we can continue that into the new year. But there's some things that I ain't trying to bring into the new year. I do need a new start. I got a new mindset, a new thought process, of things that I want to accomplish, and just hoping and preparing, because there's a lot of preparation that goes into a new year, right?
It does.
Preparing just for the things that I want to accomplish,
Yeah, I guess, and my thought with that is that it's really a continuation, because this new trend of vision boards, you said all these things you wanted to get done, but you didn't get them done. So it's a kind of a continuation, because they still aren't going away. We're not erasing the board.
Right.
We're really kind of saying, okay, I didn't get that done because life changes and things shift and money get funny. And some of those things just don't work out the way you want. But the goal and the vision for the new year is always to do better than last year.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
And even to your point of the vision board, sometimes we go in gun-ho, right? We I'm going to get all of these things done. And we're going to go da-da-da. And by March, it starts tailoring off. And so then we have to start looking inwardly of okay, really, what is the goal and what am I unwilling to give up going into the new year? One of the things that I do every year, I've been doing it for probably the past 5 years, is I start off the new year with 75 hard.
Good luck. That's 75 hard, not 75 easy, 75 hard.
75 hard, which if you don't know 75 hard, it is a whole community. It really is.
Yeah, it really is.
And it challenges you. There are 5 or 6 things that you have to do daily. No weekends off. Normally we work out Monday through Friday and we take Saturday, Sunday off. We go to work Monday through Friday, we take Saturday, Sunday off. 75 hard is not taking any days off for 75 days. So you got to read 10 pages of a good, motivational, inspiring book. You have to drink a gallon of water every day. You have to exercise twice a day for 45 minutes. And one of those workouts have to be outside.
Yes.
You have to follow some type of nutritional plan, right?
True.
Whether it's you're giving up sugar or you're doing a low carb or you're just going to eat consistently, whatever
Right.
that is for you, you need to take a picture of yourself every day and no alcohol for 75 days. And I haven't really been, so part of the program is if you mess up any of those days, you have to start over.
Man.
And my mind doesn't operate that way because I'm just going to stop.
So that means she's not really doing 75 hard. She's doing her way.
I'm doing my way 75 hard. So I always push through for 75 days and I stay committed to something for 75 days. But your daughter completed it this last year. Your daughter completed it, and I thought,
Yes.
and she's the first person that I know physically
Yes.
that has completed the program to a T. Like she kept with everything, and I was like,
And she did the next 30 days.
and she did the next 30 days,
Yeah.
and that's how impactful it is. So
Yeah.
in my mind, I'm like, dang it, she did it. All right, now I know
She was just
it's
showing
possible.
my niece all the books she read.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the really the benefits of one of the benefits. She lost weight as well. She was already on a weight loss journey, but she lost weight and she just read a plethora of books of just changing the whole mindset of who she was and the books chosen. And you get to choose them, so they were great. And so she hadn't read that much since probably high school or college.
Yeah.
But it gets you in that mindset, and she did it. She completed 75 days, no cheat, no matter what. She did the whole thing, and found ways to get it done.
And it really is just about the mindset behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I say that to say that when we go into these new years, you talk about it being a continuation and we create these vision boards, but it really is the mindset of what you're going into the new year with and really sticking to something, sticking to the goals that you have.
Yeah.
One of the books that I know you read and your daughter read was, You Owe You, like You Owe You by Eric Thomas. You owe you to complete something. Let's not go into the next year like, oh, I got halfway done, or oh, I didn't finish that.
Because you owe you to get to the next level. Value yourself enough to do what it takes to get to the next level. And that's why, like I say, vision boards are continuous. One of my visions is the buying back the 5 properties that are in my family's name. Well, it could happen in a year, but it's going to take some maneuvering, some documentation, and we're dealing with the South, and so it's a continuous vision. But that is the desire. Is like my grandmother and them had land. They built property, and if we don't take care of it, which is part of being the legacy, if we don't take care of it or make sure it's transferable, your wills are done, your trusts are done, deeds are transferred, those things are not done, then guess what we do? Lose the property. Right? Or sometimes they're occupied by cousins. We just want to secure it to make sure, okay, cousin, you're in this generation. Are we prepared for the next generation? And guess what, guys? That takes money. And so financial legacy, you got to pour into these things. And some people don't really understand that. But that is one of my long-range visions. So it's been on my vision board for 2 years now. And we're moving closer to actually getting things and understanding the dynamics of it. But definitely going full force into it this next year to at least secure. I know my mother's property is secure. We've gotten that one in this last year, secured and understood. But building what's called the family vault, so that those things can actually go for generations to generations to come. That is part of the vision, and that's the continuous vision. But that is the new year, approaching, and the ideas and the mindset changes. How do we going to think differently? What are we going to do? What goals we're going to set? That 75 hard is a goal, but other goals that maybe you're thinking about setting and that you didn't get accomplished, it's a continuous. And now, redoing that vision board thing, you can do them electronically now. They're even better, so you don't have to. But I like scrapbooking, so I like all the papers and magazines all over the place. But it's a new year, guys.
Yes. Oh my God.
What are you going to do differently? What are you going to shift?
it's one of those things that if there's things that you want to remove, what are you replacing them with? If you're removing a mindset, what are you putting in place of that mindset? It's the put off and put on.
Yes.
Right? I'm taking away the negativity, but how am I going to put on positivity? Right? And same with you, one of my desires is to make sure that our trust and our eyelids, our life insurance by our trust and all of those things are done for my family. And that the beneficiaries know who they are, the board knows who they are. Like, those are huge factors in making sure that generational wealth is being created. And not saying that it's going to be a whole lot of money by the end of the year, but at least it's started and it's done and it's structured so that we can then begin pouring into it as a family.
Because if we don't do it ourselves, then our logo, our slogan of an impact that never dies, it's kind of like we're just, saying it just for saying sake. But no, our desire is to do these legacy things, is to put these things in place. And we're on the road to it. We're just not just telling you these things. These are things we thought about and they became the importance of why legacy exists. And a new year is starting the road to getting to the next step in what those things are. Restoring things, restoring property, restoring relationships or friendships, or whatever that looks like for you. The new year, some people, take that as the opportunity to do that. And so it's a good time. It's a celebratory, on the 31st, everybody had to get out of their system, whatever. And then there's a celebratory meal. There's a specific New Year's Day meal.
What's your New Year's Day meal?
Chitlins.
Okay.
We want black eyed peas. Okay. Right? And greens, right? Because it's greens for money. Black eyed peas for good luck. And I know chitlins for the taste good, but I don't clean them or cook them still. Therefore, I just go eat them wherever they're at, and I just have a bowl full.
Chitterlings.
But chitterlings. But that's it. And a roast.
Okay.
So we always have roast on New Year's Eve. Black eyed peas, collard greens, and chitlins. And probably, if I say chitlins and hog maws, that's probably, back because I'm from the South, but I don't really cook that stuff here. And so some of those things is what I have on the meal. Mac and cheese always make its way to the table, so it's kind of a staple. But there's a specific New Year's Day meal. What do you guys do?
What do you guys create on New Year's Day? We normally do gumbo, I believe.
Yep, gumbo is that. I should have said that first, but yes. Gumbo is definitely there.
Yeah, we normally do gumbo. My dad makes gumbo. And so I think during this whole holiday season, I think gumbo is usually kind of a staple.
Because it's cold and it's something you want to have. One of the other things is homemade eggnog.
I've never made homemade eggnog
with the homemade whipped cream on top.
I've never had that.
My grandma used to make it all the time, and I know how to make it. I just haven't made it over the years, and I love eggnog.
Yeah, I love eggnog too.
I love eggnog.
Yeah. I love
my
eggnog.
Allergy doesn't really like eggnog, but I'll just sneeze it away. So
I love spiked eggnog with some babies in it.
Yes. Okay. So I like my eggnog cold and hot.
Oh yeah, I can do both ways.
So both ways. Some people be like, hot eggnog. Yes. When they first come off the stove, we got that ladle and we're having hot, because it's usually in Louisiana it's colder than here, but shoot, this year it's been cold.
It's cold.
My goodness, it's cold.
And we used to do so part of my community, we all had kids. So we used to do holiday fun stuff with our kids, different crafting things. We for Thanksgiving, we would do cookie decorations. Halloween, we would do pumpkin carving. Christmas, we would do a gift exchange. The kids would do gift exchange amongst themselves. So to keep the community, together, and our families together, we would do, activities with our kids. That was pretty fun in that season.
Yeah, so, it is that New Year's. It is the start of a new year, so there's lots of things to actually shed off. There's lots of things you want to start anew and pick up, maybe you didn't get into Bible study last year like you like to.
Yeah.
Maybe you wanted to read through the Bible for the year. So there's things like that you can now pick up and be prepared to. So hope you guys are thinking of all of those things and what you want to do.
To it, because it's funny you say that, because I think we all start so strong.
Yes.
We all start
why
so
is it
strong.
that we give up? Is it life, or is it, what is it?
I think it's not that yes, life happens, right? But there's a discipline that has to be a part.
Yes.
And, we talk about your why. Why you're doing something has to be greater than the activity in and of itself.
Well, you mentioned that I read the book UOU, and one of the things that E.T. say, your why have to be so big that you have to breathe.
Yeah.
It's like your why, you want it so bad that it makes you breathe or whatever. You stop breathing.
Yeah.
It's bigger than that. It's like we hear about it. It's gotta cry. I probably jacked up E.T.'s quote, but anyway,
you want it like, so. Now you missed.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
sorry.
it's big, but it's big.
Yeah.
It's not just some. Oh yeah, that's why I want to do it. Is it your kids really? Is that really why you want to do it?
Right.
Are they driving you? Is that what's waking you up in the morning? You want it bad enough that you. That you would do anything to do. Nothing is going to stop you from getting there. So that is your why. Get to that point, right? Where that will kick in your obedience, your discipline, and those kind of things. So
you have to have things in place to remind you of those things, because like you said, life happens. Life gets hard. There's ups and downs in every year. And I used to, when I was a kid. I don't know how good this is going to sound, but when I was a kid, I used to wonder what was going to be my big mistake of the year, because I would get in trouble every year. Yeah, so I
get in trouble every year.
I used to wonder what's going to be my big mistake this year that I would get in trouble for. And so you have to get past the circumstances of life that says, like you said, your why has to be bigger. Well, if it's to read the full Bible, your relationship with God has to be so important to you that no matter what comes your way, I'm getting into the Word. Or finances, you got to be such a good steward of your finances that even when that sale is happening over there, that you're going, no, because I want to make sure that by the end of the year, I have this taken care of and I have that taken care of. Even your families, if you talk about, I'm going to do a family trip this year, and I want my family to get together, but that has to be so big that it is so important to you that you plan for.
Yeah, because every year, my greatest heartbreak or biggest heartbreak is that I do not want my mother to be alone or be with people other than her family on any holiday.
Did that happen last year?
Yes. Hurt my heart. Yeah. It brings me to tears. So anyway, I don't like her to be by herself on holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter specifically, those three. She does well and she does make it through. We make sure we call her all the time. But that's one of my things. It's this year, it's got to make me cry, and it does make me cry. So now what am I going to do to actually make it happen? That's a New Year's thing for me. That's going to be one of my biggest things. Like, you know what? At least one of these holidays, every one of her kids, grandkids, and there's certain circumstances that we cannot avoid or cannot help, but that is the desire, right? Like, that's a why for me.
Yeah. So I would love to hear some of your goals and desires for the new year.
Yeah.
And what is your plan to stick to it? My plan to stick to 75 Hard is because I saw one of my friends complete it, and I know it can be done. Before it was like, this is hard. By day 36,
but you're alone in it.
You're alone. You are. But you know what she told me? I think you were there. I think we were at one of our month-end things. She said, your community will leave you at times.
They will.
And what are you still going to do? because I think she started the 75 Hard
Yes,
with a group of people.
with a group of people,
right?
She did.
And she was the only one that finished it.
She was.
And that stuck to me. Like, even when your community, their great intentions is
Right.
to complete it with you, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
even if they don't show up,
Right.
what are you going to
What are
do?
you going to do?
So you got to have this resolve in yourself to that no matter what, I'm going to get this done. And
Right.
I think that's why a lot of people don't finish their goals.
Mm-hmm.
They don't reach their goals. They don't start the business. They don't put it out there. They don't put the video out there,
Right,
the YouTube out there.
Yeah.
They
So
just
are you
don't
going to
do
start
this.
a YouTube channel
Come
this
on.
year? Are you going to start a podcast?
Come on.
What are you going to start?
What are you going
Get
to
out
do?
there. Do like us. Remember our episode talking about we just had to get out there and do it. Not do all this stuff. We had to just get out there and just start doing it. So now look, we're on episode 9.
We're on episode 9. It's
And
done.
So it's done.
Yeah.
Just get on out there and get it done. So yeah, it does have to make you cry. It has to be huge. And you have to do it no matter what. No matter who quits on you, don't
Yeah.
quit on yourself.
Oh, man.
Do not quit on yourself.
You can do it.
So you can do it. Get it done. Put a list to it if that's what you need to do, because I'm a list type of person. Check it off and start getting it done.
So I would encourage you to write at least 10 things on your list that you
Yes.
want to complete this year. 10 things. That's not crazy. 10 things that you want to complete this year. Put it on your mirror in your bathroom or
Right.
something that you see or on a day-to-day basis. And as you complete it, check it off. But at
Check
least
it
it's a constant reminder of what it is that you told yourself you're
Right.
going to do this year. Start it and then put a plan to it. So like we said, if it's to start a t-shirt business, write 3 steps of how you're going to start that t-shirt business
Yeah.
and check them off as
Yeah.
you finish.
What
Or
equipment you need.
Write
what,
a book,
Whatever,
you
yes.
know, write 3 steps of how you're going to
Right.
start writing your book and then check it off. So
Yes.
that is our homework to you
Yes.
is to please write your 10
Our challenge,
things,
our task,
our challenge.
our New Year's
Come on.
thing for you to get done.
10 things. 10 things that you're going to accomplish
Yes.
this year, that by the end of the year you're going to see some check marks on those things. And I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
This year's going to be a great year.
Yeah, I'm excited to even actually continue my vision board, take some things off. That was one of my, vision was to buy me a spider.
You're
You
taking that off your vision board?
It's not off.
You rode one this year, though.
I did ride one. I did ride
You
one.
rode one this
And
year,
it just
though.
really increased my desire to want one. That. The other desire is to get me a 1957 Chevy Bel Air. But yes.
Yeah, so don't forget to like, subscribe, hit
Yes.
the notification bell. Please put in the chat some of the goals that you're setting for yourself. Let us hold you accountable as you hold us accountable. And we look forward
Yes.
to about the end of 2023 hearing about all the things you
All
accomplished.
of them.
Thanks for joining
Get it done.
us.
Yes.
Bye.